It's unfortunate and really unbelievable that you'd have an alderman referring to people in his ward, his constituency as riffraff. I just don't know what he was thinking doing that. I mean, he put it in writing, put it in this newsletter. And this newsletter, by the way, I don't really consider it a newsletter. I consider it more of an opinion piece or him spouting off. I'll give Mr. Frazier all the credit in the world. He came in and he fixed up that apartment. It looks beautiful. If you drive by the Prindle Avenue, it's basically two buildings. He's going to do the same to the second one. The building that's finished is full. It's got every apartment is occupied, and he's got business professionals here. He's got McManus refers to riffraff, but he's got a Cornell professor, an awesome employee, a couple of people that work in telecom. I think there was another one that's a healthcare professional, and Mr. Frazier did his homework. He talked to the folks and got an idea of their salaries, and the median income of the tenants that live in that building are $55,000. So, to come out and whether he was using the word riffraff aimed at them or anyone else, I find that highly offensive and highly unacceptable. Mr. Frazier, he's investing in our city. He's a resident in our city in the 6th Ward. So could you imagine being this guy and getting this newsletter stuck in your door and reading that? And McManus says, and I'm quoting from his newsletter, it sure would have been a great parking lot and a small green space with a couple of park benches. But I'm just a new guy. What do I know? Well, I'll tell you what I know. We don't need more green space in Hornell. We've got a beautiful park at James Street Park on one end of the city, and we've got another beautiful park down at Shulman on the other end of the city. We've got enough parks. We've got enough green spaces. And by the way, every school in the city has its own playground. So there's enough green spaces and parks and recreation in the city. We don't need another lawn to mow with a couple park benches plopped down in the middle of it. But, I've got the Lincoln School in my ward, and, Edgemere Development is interested in turning that into apartments for seniors. Could you imagine myself coming out and saying, no, we don't want you, stay away, let's knock it down and put a green space. I just don't understand it because, Hornell, we face a lot of struggles just as other municipalities and, towns, cities, and villages do throughout New York State. And a lot of that is because of what happens in Albany. And a lot of it is because no fault of our own. So when you have a Human Frazier or a developer or someone that wants to invest in your community, you should embrace them, not insult them, not drive them away. Because let's face it, that building is assessed a certain amount, and he pays taxes on that. So he's contributing to our society. We've got business professionals that live there who have, are stakeholders in the city who buy their goods here, buy their food here, get gasoline here. So, that everything is interconnected, and we should just embrace those people that want to come here.